Well, today a federal judge declined to grant an injunction on the Secretary of State's challenge of non-citizen registered voters. Last month, Pate compiled a list of about 2,200 potential non-citizens who have voted or registered to vote in Iowa. Local 5's Alex Fulton is in studio to break down how the judge reached his ruling. Alex?
Well, Larissa, that lawsuit was filed by the ACLU on behalf of LULAC of Iowa and 4 recently naturalized citizens who appeared on Pate's list. Critics say the state is discriminating against people's country of origin, while the state argues this is about making sure only U.S. citizens vote. On Sunday, federal judge Stephen Locher ruled that Secretary of State Paul Pate can continue challenging whether non-citizens can vote. Judge Locher explained in his ruling that the U.S. Supreme Court allowed a more aggressive move in Virginia. That case removed voters from the rolls based on discrepancies between voter registration records and citizenship records. The ruling also pointed to another U.S. Supreme Court case from Pennsylvania that refused to review an electoral law on provisional ballots. Joe Henry with LULAC of Iowa says this is not the outcome he had hoped for.
We are disheartened. This Secretary of State should never have been allowed to do this at the very last moment. It placed a higher standard of responsibility on these naturalized citizens.
The ACLU of Iowa shared similar grievances, saying in a statement, "We are obviously disappointed with the court's decision not to outright block Secretary Pate's directive, which we still fear threatens to disenfranchise eligible voters simply because they are people who became citizens in the past several years." Judge Locher's ruling added that granting an injunction could actually do more harm than good. For example, in Johnson County, hundreds of letters have already been sent to registered voters telling them to bring proof of citizenship to their polling place. The ruling argues that demanding Pate end these efforts could ultimately cause confusion. In response to the ruling, Pate said in a statement, U.S. elections are for U.S. citizens, and ensuring only eligible voters participate in Iowa's election process is essential to protecting the integrity of the vote. The federal government previously confirmed that 250 names on Iowa's voter registry appeared to be non-citizens. This ruling requires some voters to use provisional ballots. LULAC of Iowa encourages all naturalized citizens to bring their naturalization papers or passports to the polls just in case. Larissa?